everyone, and welcome to Mind O Monday. Today we will be talking about comparing yourself to others, why it is harmful, and how to rewire your brain so that you can use the need for comparison to your advantage. Mind O Monday is a weekly series of short lessons designed specifically to help you improve yourself, improve your daily life, find motivation, and find courage to pursue your life's dreams and be your best self. All in less than a coffee break. My name is Demotivates, and I am here to take you on a journey of self-discovery. I'm just like you, so if I did it, you can do it too. Firstly, let's look at why comparing yourself to others is harmful to your self-image and has a negative impact on your growth. When we compare ourselves to others, we do one of these two things. We either look at how good we're doing compared to others, or we look at how poorly we're doing compared to others. Both of these are harmful for your self-development, and here's why. When we compare ourselves to others and we feel like we're doing so much better than those around us, it inflates our ego. While on a positive side, you might feel more confident about yourself if you were lacking that ego boost in the first place. On the negative side, however, ego is something you want to let go of in your journey to self-development, not inflate it. It deprives us of humbleness and dims our perspective. On the other hand, when you're comparing yourself to others and all you see is how well everyone else is doing but you, it demotivates you. You might end up experiencing feelings of envy and jealousy, and you become bitter. These feelings bring forth the feeling of doubt, and you might even start questioning your self-worth. In the end, you also end up losing your perspective. Now, before I move forward, there's one point I want to make. You're probably thinking, well, if those who lack self-confidence can see how well they are doing, wouldn't that boost their much required self-esteem? And if those who are already too full of themselves would look at how poorly they are doing, wouldn't that bring them back to earth a little? That might be true if that was the case. Unfortunately, the human brain does not work that way. As I have said over and over, the thoughts you think of most attract more thoughts and things of the same nature. Meaning that if you already have low self-esteem, regardless of how well you are doing, when you compare yourself to others, you will always see yourself as doing poorly. Because it's your programming that is in your mind. Same thing applies to the other side of the spectrum. If you are already too full of yourself and you compare yourself with others, you are likely to overlook your own flaws and only see how great you are compared to others. Your mind, your subconscious, will naturally find excuses and arguments to prove these ideas to yourself, even if for a moment you might question your views, because it's programmed to think that way. The only way out of this vicious cycle is to break the programming, and I will explain how to do that in a minute. But first, let's look at why we all have such a tremendous need to compare ourselves to others. It's important to understand this in order to overcome it. It actually comes from our social programming. The theory of comparison goes back as far as 1950s, when psychologist Leon Festinger first published a study on it in 1954. As stated in the Handbook of Social Comparison, comparison of the self with other people comprise one of the building blocks of human conduct and human experience. That's how we define ourselves as to who we are and find our place in society. According to some studies, as much as 10% of our thought involve comparison of some kind. Meaning, comparison in itself is unavoidable, but it's also not entirely negative. It's how we compare ourselves that matters. So here is how you trick your brain and reprogram it for positive and productive comparison. Compare yourself to your former self. Every time you feel the need to compare yourself to other people, check in on how you're doing. Imagine that the past you, even you from yesterday, is an entirely different person. It's your friend, someone you know well and have known for years. But it's a different person. Look at that person and see how well you are doing compared to how you were doing yesterday to that person. It's motivating because you can observe your growth, make adjustments if necessary, and clearly see the benefits your journey brings to you. But remember, this person is your friend, so if they are not doing so well, Do they maybe need a pick-me-up, some encouraging words, some support? You wouldn't deny that to your friend now, would you? So tell them that what they need to hear. Or maybe they need a kick in the butt. If you're a good friend, you will not leave your friend in need, so give them the push they need to get where they want to go. Or maybe they are doing amazing. Then give them a well-deserved praise and celebrate with them. Acknowledge how far they have come. Treat your past self as you would treat your best friend. Your subconscious has no mechanism to tell whether the situation is imaginary or real. So if you treat it as real, it will program it as real. If you pull your focus on your past self persona, your mind will naturally focus more on your own progress, and it will give you perspective and hopefully motivation. And lastly, train your mind to focus. Meditate, even if it's just a little, and consciously direct your mind to where you want your mind to go. Don't let it wander off and creep those negative comparisons in. Just allow it to ravel in the comparison of your own journey. And if the achievement seems small, repeat to yourself, any achievement is an achievement. It's not the scale, but the determination and the persistence that matters. To quote an old cliche, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's cringy, but it's true, so remember that. And with that, I will leave you for today. Next week, we will be talking about how to stop caring what other people think of us. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And if you got any value from anything I said, please share this with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Share it on your social media, and please tag me if you do. We can only grow organically, and we need your help. So please help us build a better world. Have a fantastic week. I will see you all again next week, same place, same time. And remember, you improve your life by improving one day at a time.